Hello everyone. Hey, you have been tasked with finding the perfect gift for a watercolor artist. Your neighbor, your in-laws, your neighbor's in-laws, worst case scenario, your partner. Woo, let's go find that perfect gift. Got some ideas for you. Much like Dustin Hoffman in The Graduate Part 2, I have one word for you. Paper. Wait a minute, paper isn't sexy, we all know that. Well, give me a minute. Just listen to what I've got here and see what you think. So, 3 parts with watercolors. We can do a brush, we can do color, we can do paper. So color. If you've got a working artist out there, they probably have a palette they like. It's colors they've taken a class with, they've used for years. It's tough to sneak a new color onto their palette. And even an awesome store like Spokane Art Supply, where everything's on sale every day, those tubes, just individual tubes, can run $8, $12, $20 a tube. It's tough to make a cool gift with just some color. But if you want to do that, let me give you a couple fun ideas. Daniel Smith, made in Seattle, Northwest guys, they have created a 238 color tryout. They've put little globs, daubs of color. It's not a ton of color, but there's 238 colors. Some of them are metallic, some are earth. Very cool. Let somebody play with a ton of colors that they don't have to see if they like them. That same Daniel Smith also makes sets, but they're 5mm tubes. They're the little tubes. So you can have a set with kind of a cool color range, dark colors. Again, there's metallic, there's a new green set. You can bring the price down from crazy spendy to, let's say, $40, $60, something like that. It's a bigger gift, but very cool. Artist grade material. Also, so that's color. Gives you a couple ideas. If you want to buy color, let's do it. Come on in, we'll give you a hand. Those are the rock stars. Now, the supermodels of the watercolor world are the brushes. They're super thin, their hair's done perfectly every time, and it's the same kind of a story. You can walk into a store and say, I need a good brush for a working watercolor artist. Well, we can go get you the most expensive brush, a couple $100. We can get you a very expensive brush. You can buy a bag of brushes, but you know that quality is not so amazing. So we're still heading towards paper, spoiler alert, but there's a couple things you can do if you do want to buy a brush. Come in, we'll pick out some brushes for you, not a problem. We can do that, stay in your budget. A couple brushes you might look for, an ultra round or a long round. These companies are taking kind of a standard brush, but they've made them longer. They have a little more belly and come to a point, kind of like me. Hold for applause. Anyway, so they're kind of some new shapes out there that we've really enjoyed. Also, travel brushes. We have a number of people that take classes here that really just travel in for the afternoon and have started buying these. They're great, super protected. You can toss them in your pocket if you have a little set of watercolors. And you're like, hey, I just want to go downtown and hang out for a little bit and do some art. We can get you a little set of colors if you wanted to add that into your color world. And we can get you a travel brush. This one happens to be a little spendier, nicer one, but we've got a ton of travel brushes as well. So if you want to buy color, you want to buy a brush, do it. We love it. But I'm going to give you 3 reasons that paper might make a cool gift. 1, it's a consumable. Every artist, like an acrylic or oil painter, needs canvas or panels. A watercolor artist needs paper. They're going to go through this paper. B, there's a lot of cool papers out there that artists may not even know about. There's some different shapes, different styles. We'll talk about that in a second. And 3, it just makes a cool gift. I mean, if you give somebody this, it weighs 4 pounds, really loud, and it's just a ton of paper. So if you're trying to find that perfect gift, let's talk about some papers. We can get you a brush, we can get you some color. We've got a ton of paper options. Let me throw a few ideas at you and see what you think. 1, your Watercolor Journal. Got a couple different brands like this. Hardcover, 140-pound paper. That's not nomenclature that we throw around every day, but it's really heavy paper. It's sized so it can take this wet media that you're going to put onto here. And they lay flat. They have this little guy that holds everything together. This company has 4 sizes. I've got 3 here. You put a little bow on it and sell the 3 for $47. You can do that on SpokaneArtSupply.com. But the watercolor journals are an awesome, awesome way to go. want a little bit more traditional paper, somebody's in class, they're doing their standard artwork. Honey, German company, they call their new paper The Collection. 140-pound paper, also 100% cotton. We've got it in pads, just 15 sheets per pad. Oh, excuse me, 12. But we also have it in a block. This paper comes in what they call a watercolor block. And you may say, hey Craig, what's a block? Let me tell you. Here's my little sample. They took sheets of paper and glued it all the way around so that this is ready to paint as it is. And it kind of uses the tension of being glued in this backing, so you don't have to tape it, you don't have to soak it, you don't have to get too crazy with it. And when you're done, they leave a little space with no glue, kind of peel off that top layer, and away you go. We've got these in the little sizes, but again, in this The Collection, 100% cotton. This whole series till the end of the year is 40% off. This is only $15. The blocks are kind of in that same price range. I think they're $19. Pretty darn cool. Third on the list, Fabriano, another great company out there, Italian company. They make what they call studio watercolor paper. So what they've done is they've taken some pulp, it's not 100% cotton, but they've added 25% cotton. So those longer fibers make it just a kind of nice paper to work on. Cool thing about this, they've got them in pads of 12 sheets. I've got pads with 50 sheets, got a couple different sizes, 8 by 10, 11 by 14, and the secret sauce with this series, hot pressed. Now, I have been hoping for a while that we're going to not get away from the term hot press. All it means is smooth. I'm kind of hoping the day that we can call it smooth paper, but if you imagine they've taken a slightly textured, kind of standard watercolor paper and kind of ironed it. It's probably much more complicated than that. But if you're going to work pen and ink, you're going to work super detailed, you want to do something that's a little bit different as a gift, hot press paper is kind of the way to go. Again, it's not a paper that everybody knows about or buys for themselves. Same with 100% cotton, same with these journals. This just makes an awesome gift. All right, another fun one this holiday season, this bamboo, this mixed media paper. I got a great deal on it this year. 15 sheets. It's kind of this cool landscape shape. It lays flat if you want. It's under $10. Awesome gift, and it might even fit well in a stocking. A couple others to throw at you on this journaling idea. These guys have 30 sheets of paper, 140 pound, 60 page they call it. They also make a really heavy paper, 300 pound paper. Super heavyweight, got a great price on those natural linen covers. Check out toned watercolor paper. What? Doesn't have to be white? No, this is what they call gold. It also comes in gray, 3 sizes. You can also open up an entire category of paper, mixed media paper. It comes in black, some different colors, different sizes, spirals, ton of fun stuff we can do there. Don't forget your blocks and postcards. Probably the best deal in the store, $5 for 50 postcards. I've got it in white paper, comes printed on the back, a little place for your stamp, or in black paper, who knew? Metallic watercolors, gouache is the fancy word for opaque watercolor, work super well on this, even thin acrylics. People are working with acrylic inks. Fun item, fits in a stocking. This one's a little bit more than $5. I think it's $12 on sale, but cool idea. Chase us down. We have got journals and pads and paper up the wazoo. We got a ton of stuff, great prices, and just let us know how we can help. Awesome, thanks everybody.